How's it going? Kaki here. Welcome back to NHL 20 franchise mode for the Buffalo Sabres. This is year 3, I believe. We pick up where we left off on Christmas Day with a winning record, especially good in the last 10, 7-2-1 in our last 10. If you ignore that first month we were terrible in October, especially the beginning. I mean, we got off to an 0-4 and what was it? Yeah, we went 0-4 and 0, and then we got a couple wins and then lost. Yeah, we had a rough October, but then we really picked it up once we finally were able to sign a goalie coach, and now we are 3 points back of a divisional playoff spot, even with a 22-14-1 record. So we're 3 points back of the Panthers and 4 of the Leafs. The Habs are running away with not only the division but the league. Them and the Stars, which I don't know if we played the Stars, but I feel like we took a big win. We did just get a big win against the Habs last week on the 20th back there, as you can see. So last time I looked at the player stats, but I forgot to look at the team stats, and I want to look at the team stats and check on our penalty kill and power play and everything. So we're just going to stay in our division because that's really what's important. I'm not going to compare like everything in the division versus the league. I'm just going to look at how we stack up against the other teams in our division. Goals for per game, we are second in the division. Goals against per game, we give up the second most. So that's not good. That's really bad. The only team worse than us is Boston, who are 26 in the NHL. That's not good. That's not good at all. But here's what I really want to check out. So our power play, we're the best power play in the division, and Ottawa is the second best power play. They're 1/10 of a percentage behind us, but they have a lot less power plays. Okay, but they are the last team in the division. They're 31st in the NHL, so we have a good power play. Realistically, yeah, I mean, we're 5 or 4 points, but 4.3 points better than the Montreal Canadiens, who are tied for the league lead in points. They give up a lot of shorthandeds against the Habs, too. So, we've only given up 1 shorthanded goal against and 23 power play goals against. So, yeah, that's a problem. Where does that rank? 75% is last in the division by 5 points. 5 percentage points last. Only scored 1 shorthanded goal for. We've been really good at home, and I guess we've kind of just been decent either one. We're not like overly great. We are 7-2-1, so we've actually got more points on our last 10 than the Habs have. We've been playing better. That's good. So that penalty kill is a problem. We need to do something about that. This is what we have right now, or we've had going up to Christmas. So Cahoon, I bet he probably doesn't help the penalty kill. Gonna go ahead and guess, considering that he's like our worst defensive player. What's his? I've never checked. What is he? He's actually, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving him. He takes away the puck just as much as he gives it away. I mean, I don't know. But we're going to have to change something here. So we've got Darlene Montour on defense, who, I mean, oh, there we go. Like 5-star and 4-star defensive players. Cahoon, though. I mean, Cahoon's a 3.5-star defensive player. Bailey's a 4 and can play center. Because he can play center. Because he's got 79 overall, or 79 ratings in faceoff. Eichel or Asplund. I don't love having to do that. Asplund's probably not helping. He's been bad. Let's see who we can get instead of Asplund. Do I want to put? Because Sam Reinhart's he's probably our best defensive forward in the entire organization. So I should probably put him up on that power play or penalty kill. I mean, put him on that first line with Bailey, like a Bailey Reinhart penalty kill, and then. How's our defenseman? Oh, yeah, Mike Riley is a 3-star. He's really not that good. I guess put Pilot in there. How's Pilot defensively? He's 4 at least. Yoka Haru is good defensively. Why don't I put Yoka Haru in there instead of Montour? And we'll put Darlene down. And we'll put, do we want... We'll put Darlene with Flurry, and we'll put Pilot Darlene, Yokoharu. Let me just name all of our defensemen. So we're going to change that. So that's the new look penalty kill. We're going to do a few games. We're going to do probably 10 games and just see how that does for us. That goals against rating you can't worry too much about because of just how bad our goalies were to start the year. But they've really been better since we managed to overpay a guy to come and be a goalie coach. So we'll just go right into it. How many days are we? 62 days away from the trade deadline now. We're gonna see. We're gonna go to at least the trade deadline in this one. So I don't know if we'll make any trades. I'm not really seeing an area where we really can go out and make a trade for a player. That's just me personally. I'm not really seeing the need for it. I mean, all we'd really do is take this young team. I mean, I guess like Scott Wilson, but is it really smart to trade for a fourth line left wing? I don't know. It doesn't seem like that smart to me. All it seems like we would do if we started making trades at the deadline would be to just push these 23 and 24-year-old guys out of the lineup. Maybe Asplund needs to be out of the lineup. He's been pretty not great, but I don't know. I'm not super concerned. Maybe like a fourth line center or maybe a third line center and then somebody that pushes Suzuki down. I don't know. That might make sense. And pushes Asplund out of the lineup, but we'll see how we're doing, how the team's playing, see who's available most importantly. I'm not going to go make some crazy trade just for trade's sake. So let's sim this Philly game. We simmed basically, I'm pretty sure we simmed every single game in the last one. That was a, hour and something long video. So let's just keep the tradition going. Why not, right? Let's just sim all these. Ooh, VC. Jimmy VC. You rotten bastard. Jeff Skinner did score, though. Come on, Skinner. Sean Couturier got... Ooh, Jack Eichel gets one back. Brings us back within one with 13 minutes left. Come on, boys. Come on. We need a point. We can't be losing. Oh, yes. Lawrence Pilot. I think is that Pilot's first goal of the year? I think he has one. I think it's Yokoharu that doesn't have a goal. Oh, no. Voracek and Van Riemsdyk. Markstrom gave up 5, and he gave up 2 late. That was disappointing. That was on Markstrom, I feel. I feel like that was all on Markstrom. Gave Voracek. Whatever. All right, so that puts us back because they won. They won. They played well. The Panthers won. That's what I'm trying to say. Panthers won their game, so we're 5 points back at the Panthers now. The Flyers, though, are in a divisional playoff spot now with that win, and that moved them to 18, 17, and 1 with 37 points. Oh, man. I'm thinking, now that I mentioned it, that Nikita Gusev, huh? Is Nikita Gusev any good in the game? He's an 81 left wing. He's 29. Signed forever. He's basically older Dominic Cahoon. Do I really need a player like that? I don't think so. He does have more takeaways than giveaways. I guess that's good. He has like 3 block shots. He has a few hits. He's, I guess, decent on faceoffs. He doesn't really take that many. He's a left winger. He doesn't shoot the puck a lot. He's shooting really high, though. I'm worried about trading for a guy who's got a 13% shooting percentage. That seems like a bad choice. Especially for a second. Especially when I have a guy who makes less money for the same amount of time, who's kind of playing better and fills the same role. Alright, St. Louis. St. Louis is having a tough year. 15, 20, and something. Oh, I didn't mean to pause that. Oh, yes, Reinhardt on the power play. But David Perron gets them back into it. So the second period, nothing. Oh, I was already on 8. All right, let's go. Let's see this. Come on, boys. Nothing. We're like even in terms of shots. Now they're out shooting us. Come on. We catch back up to them, and then they get a few shots. Oh, please. Yes, Jack Eichel on Tuukka Rask. I didn't realize that. Jack Eichel again and Victor Olofsson. So that was a big game. And that's a big 1-goal performance for Markstrom. Markstrom's been better. He's been a lot better recently. Did Eichel had 4 points. He was already like 10 points over point a game. Now he's... Oh, wow. He's killing it. I love this kid. And now we play Arizona, who's also below 500 and has been playing 5-5 in their last 10 games. This is a big one. This could be big. That first period, Suzuki and Reinhardt, but then Kessel and Hinostroza score. Is Subban playing? Okay, Markstrom is playing. Oh, penalty kill. We did better. And then Eichel coming out with a snipe. He probably got a point on that. Reinhardt. Well, he might not have. Ooh, another penalty kill. Oh, and Jeff Skinner. It's twice now. Kill off a penalty, get a shot, or get a goal. That's really, really good to hear for this team. Or good to see, I guess. Jack Eichel again. 2-goal performance. 2 games in a row he's had 2 goals. Does he have another 4-point night? No, but Markstrom has another good night. Eichel has another good night. Skinner has another good night. Reinhardt picks up a goal. I think Reinhardt scored in that one. No, I can't remember. Here's the problem, though, is that we win and the teams we're chasing win because they are all still 5 points ahead of us. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll take all the wins we can get. I'm not complaining about the team winning. Okay, first period in Winnipeg. Eichel and Olofsson, and then Sami Niku scored to open the game, actually, from a weird angle, especially for defensemen. That's a bad goal for Markstrom to give up, but Eichel comes down, scores, Olofsson scores too. Good game, boys. So second period, oh no. Line A and Scheifele. All right, well, we go into the third period down by 1, but we are out shooting them by 6, by 8 now. Let's see if maybe we can do something here. Power play goal. Jack Eichel on the power play. That's another 2-goal performance. That's Nick Ehlers. No, not Nick Ehlers, please. R2-D2, baby. Yes. Absolutely. This is what we needed. We picked up a big point, and Jack Eichel has 6 goals in his last 3 games. He's got a 3-game 2-goal streak. And then in the shootout, they pick it up in the shootout. Pick up the extra point in the shootout, but that's okay. Eichel, first start again, another 2-goal performance. It puts him up to 28. If he does it again, he'll have 30 goals. He'll have scored 8 in his last 4 games. What a player. Now the Rangers are leading their division, and they are only 1 point up on the Penguins, and the Penguins have a game at hand, so they are really in desperate need of winning this. But they're only actually 2 points ahead of us. They've been just as good, and realistically, they've actually played 1 more game. They have 2 more overtime losses, and they've been bad. Ooh, their last 10, 3-6-1. We might be able to capitalize on something here and maybe get rolling. And then Detroit, I think, has been really bad too. Eichel, or not Eichel. Why did I say Eichel? Force a habit. Olofsson and then Dahlin scores on the power play. Olofsson playing well. Ooh, that's bad. That's a rough one. Philip Hedl on the power play. Jordan Schultz. Oh, but then Jack Eichel comes back and scores to make it 29, his 29th goal of the year. Brings us back to within 1. We can do this. We can tie. We're only down by 1 goal, guys. Holtz and Kakko scored in that second period. Kakko scores with 2 goals in the last minute of the second period. That's rough. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, couldn't get a point. Couldn't do anything. That's disappointing. Whatever. Darlene gets a goal and an assist. Eichel picks up a goal, so he's got a 4-game goal streak. All right. Well, at least we played Detroit. We have a big chance to bounce back against a bad Detroit team. And then how is Minnesota doing? Minnesota is basically, they're along the same lines as us. And then we play Boston again, who's been terrible. So this is like a weird schedule. It's like there's so many bad teams, and we haven't played any of the really like good teams. I guess a lot of the really good teams are in the other conference. So Suzuki opens the scoring in the first, and then Brendan Pierlini scored in the second. Oh, come on, I need a power play goal. So we go into the third in a tie, and we are halfway through, and nothing has happened. Oh, Andreas Athanasiou, come on. We might have to make a few changes on the team here. We can't be losing against teams like Detroit, and we can't be losing 1-goal contests against New York and Detroit back to back, and then also Winnipeg in the shootout. The Winnipeg shootout loss I was okay with though. So Bailey's playing well. Skinner, Middlestat. I'm scared to put Bailey back with Skinner. I really am. I mean, I'm scared to switch Bailey and Skinner and put Bailey back with Middlestat because that was bad last year. But I think it might be worth it to try it. I mean, he is playing a lot better. But it seems, but Skinner's not really scoring the goals. I don't know. Nobody's really scoring the goals. Maybe he needs to play with Olsen. Maybe we'll we'll switch Olofsson and Reinhardt, and then leave Skinner and Bailey the same. Cahoon has not scored in a while. I'm scared to put Cahoon with Asplund though, because we'll give it a game. And then on defense, I think we're just gonna leave it like this, because why not, right? We might as well. Because none of these guys have played well enough to warrant it. Roddy, well, it's still showing his NHL stats. 15 points in 28 games in Rochester. I don't know, and he's a -9. And he's playing on the second line with J.S. Day and Rocco Grimaldi. Like, it's not like he's playing with bums in the AHL. I don't know. That's a pretty disappointing rookie season in North America for Roddy. I don't know. I think the kid will be okay, but I think it's a disappointing rookie year because he was the closest out of any of them to any of this past draft to be NHL ready. Matt Dumba opens the scoring in the first, but Buffalo comes back with a big second period. Darlene Bailey, Ruotsalainen, Luke Kunin puts them back within 1. Not the worst thing. Wayne Simmons. Wayne Simmons is in Minnesota now. That's cool. Power play goal. Come on, boys. Oh, we are getting outshot like crazy. Just realized that. Almost double. See, that's that. I think that's taken Reinhardt away from Middlestat. Maybe. I don't know. Man, we can't be giving up 47 shots. That's just not good. We do pick up the extra point in the shootout. Oh, Alex Stalock did the shootout. That's weird. Justin Bailey. Eichel had 2 assists. Like, Eichel's still playing well. Eichel and Bailey, I think, are like a deadly combination. But, I don't know. I'm not sold on the Reinhardt, Eichel, or putting Olofsson with Middlestat. I think Middlestat needs somebody to play like defense for him, because he seems to not do it himself. I don't know. In the second period, we got R2-D2, and Middlestat scored. Jimmy Howard is in net for Boston. I guess Tuukka Rask is in St. Louis or something. But then David Pastrnak scores, and Justin Bailey opens the third to put us up 4-1. Don't talk to Leafs fans about it. This is the most dangerous lead in hockey, as we all know. It's very difficult to hold this lead. Did Ruotsalainen score? No, okay. Middlestat and Ruotsalainen score like right around the net. Ruotsalainen from the Ovi spot, and then Bailey from way out in no man's land. So a big 4-1 win over Boston might be worth holding on to, or leaving the lines the same. We're playing Ottawa, who's the worst team in the NHL. So let's just see about maybe leaving the lines. I don't know. Okay, Wilson and Middlestat score. Bailey scores. But so does Piero Zabato. I don't know who that is. And then Colin White. That's a weird name. Piero Zobato. We are out shooting them to hell now. Colin White scored, though. And then Josh Bailey. Josh Bailey's just playing well. He's having a good year. A big bounce back year after I almost traded him in the summer last year. Wow, we are out shooting them so badly. And they're only within 1 goal. Eichel scores. I think he already had 30, but it definitely has 30 now. I think that's like 31 or 32. Oh, that is 30. He didn't have 30 yet. That's cool. All right. Here we go to play the Oilers on January 17th. So we're almost with the All-Star break. Eichel's got 65 points in 46 games. He's 30-35. He's playing with his old buddy Reinhardt, but then he's kind of in the, Asplund gets one on Braden Holtby's on Edmonton. Okay, that's cool. What was I gonna say? He's kind of built up a chemistry playing with Josh Bailey in this franchise mode. Like he's playing really well with him actually, and he like lifts Bailey up really well. But in that first year, he was playing like, who was he playing with? I don't know. The one when we won the President's Trophy, that was so weird. He was playing with, I guess he was playing with Skinner and Olofsson because Skinner scored like 60 goals or something like that, didn't he? E2 gets a big one to put us up 2-0, and then we get a big penalty kill, which is something I need to check. We were at 75%, 75.3% or something like that on the penalty kill, and I need to check that. Wow, Asplund scored from outside the blue line. What a fluky goal. And then E2 scored from right around the blue paint. Okay, so big is that our first shutout? Hold up. I just realized I think that's Markstrom's first shutout of the year. So our goalies are playing better, hopefully. We'll see. Hold up. That is the first shutout we've had all year. That is awesome. And Markstrom's back down to he's below a 3 goals against average, and he's back up above a 905. So he's actually playing really well recently. Subban's kind of stabilizing. He was so bad to start the year that he would have to be like elite in the back half to make it up. So if you can get like an 880 or 890, because he was like an 820 before we got the goalie coach situation sorted out. So it could be good, or he could be good, but he could work out to where maybe you've got to kind of grade him on a curve because of how bad he was to start. Cal Foote and Jordan Huntington for Joel Edmondson and a 4th. That's a strange trade. I don't really understand that trade. So here we are going into the All-Star break against Columbus, who's been bad. And Nick Suzuki on the power play. Bjorkstrand and Dubois give them the lead. And then Josh Bailey. Oh, this is a Malcolm Subban game, too. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely a Malcolm Subban game. Wow, their goalie's been even worse than ours. Oh, my God. He's made 10 saves. Holy shit. So, Boone Jenner, Scott Wilson, Rasmus Dahlin, and Tomas Tatar in that second period. So, this is going to be one down to the wire, I guess. I don't know what's going on. It's nothing going to happen. Is nothing going to happen whatsoever. Malcolm Subban, he's coming. He's trying his damnedest. He's trying to put on a show in the third. Ooh. He will require an extra frame. Can we bury it in OT? Can Josh Bailey? Nope. Can require a shootout, and the Sabres pick up the extra point on a goal from Cale Fleury in the shootout. That's interesting. Well, Scott Wilson had 2 points over Brandon Montour in that game. Scott Wilson's put up more points than Aturati did. Oh, and we come back from the All-Star break against the Montreal Canadiens, but the Habs are 4-5-0 in their last 10, and we have played ourselves into a divisional spot, and we are 4 points back of the Panthers, but the Leafs have fallen off a cliff. We have a game at hand over the Leafs, and we're tied with them, so that's why we have the benefit of the doubt. They've got one more loss, regulation loss. Wow. So we're still 11 points back of the other people, the Habs. So let's do these two Binghamton games in what did I just do? Oh, let's do these two Binghamton games in Rochester, and then we might look around for a little maybe fourth line center or something. We'll evaluate the team and we'll check it out. So Curtis Lazar scores and Aturati scores. That's good. Martin Kaut picks up a goal. Kevin Porter gets one. That's not bad at all. Kaut picks up 2 points. He's so good. He's been killing it down there. He might be the guy that comes up. He might be better than Asplund. I'm not sure. I'd be worried about. That's the one thing I'm worried about is sending down. We got Day and Grimaldi, not the two guys we want scoring. But I'm worried about trying to send Asplund through waivers. I don't think he would clear. I mean, he's like a 24-year-old center who's been playing in the NHL team this year. So, and I said Binghamton. Those are the Belleville Senators. I'm sorry. These are the Binghamton Devils. I apologize. So, let's look at the All-Star break. We are, like I said, 4 points back of the Panthers, tied for third in the division, but we win on the tiebreaker. So let's check the edit lines and look at the stats. So Reinhardt, Skinner, some middle stat is stabilized, and he's got a couple more goals. Olafson's got 29 goals. I think we leave it like this for a little bit, but I'm worried about. I don't know. I'm worried about everybody really. I'm just worried about collapse, honestly, because I know this team's capable of going, 4-5 and not winning any of them because they'd done it earlier this year. They did it to start the year. Wilson has 7 points. He's -5. Suzuki has 11 goals. That's pretty good actually. That's acceptable. E2 only has 2 goals. That's a little disappointing. 10 points. Dominic Cahoon, 21 points and 13 goals. And -10 is the problem with him. Asplund has been, Asplund's not been good. He scored 65 points last year in Rochester, and he comes up this year, and he's been bad. R2's been pretty decent, actually. 7 goals and 5 assists for 12 points. I don't hate that playing fourth line minutes. I mean, I'm a little disappointed in E2. I guess he's just putting up assists, and then Suzuki's putting the goals in. I don't know. Suzuki is playing better than he was last year. He's already got the same amount of assists and got almost 4 times as many goals. I don't know. I think this is kind of our area of weakness. We might, if we want to really do well, it might be like a reward the guys and go out and get somebody. Just to be like, hey, we see that you're doing well, and here's a player. Here's a center. Okay, so we're going to try this. We're going to try our second and Quentin Kahn for Bugstad, Fost, and a 4th rounder. Oh, nope. If I press the right button. Trade accepted. Okay. Well, that didn't take anything off of our roster. Except that it lets us move Asplund down off the NHL team. Where is everybody? Go to roster moves. Are they all in the AHL? Is Nick Bjugstad been playing in the AHL the entire time? No, he's been playing in the NHL. He's got 34 points and... Huh. That's weird. Okay, so we're going to bring Fost up. Who needs waivers on this team? So, I'm pretty sure Asplund needs waivers. And R2 and Lusterinen also need waivers. So, who do I keep between these two? I think it's gotta be R2 and put Lusterinen through waivers. Hopefully we don't lose either of those guys. That would suck. But that rebuilds our bottom 6. Okay, we're going to go for it. Okay. Oh, we lost both of them to the Islanders. Both of them to the Islanders. That's a tough look. That's a tough look. But we might have a chance to get them back if they don't work out. That sucks, especially about Lusterinen, because I just traded for him. He's a good player. But if you're the odd man out, you're the odd man out. It's just the way it is. Oh, that makes our third line bad. Okay, but then put Cahoon up there with Bjugstad and Fost. So that's like a new look third and fourth line. So Suzuki's now down on the fourth with Wilson and Ruotsalainen. Huh. That sucks. What is New York's team looking like right now? Are the Islanders that bad? View lines. I want to see the Islanders lines. Where are you? Where are you? You thieving bastards. They don't need these people. They're not. Oh, man. So they got him and they went straight down to the AHL. Lusterinen sucks. I'm okay with Asplund. That's fine. But Lusterinen sucks to lose him. That sucks. So, made a trade going into the draft. Or not the draft. The All-Star break. So, new look third line. New look bottom half of the lineup, really. And we're going to play the seemingly treading water Montreal Canadiens. They've been really not great. So first period, Jeff Skinner on the power play. Max Domi gets a power play goal. Ryan Poehling scores to give them the lead. But then Jeff Skinner again. Skinner chicken dinner comes through in the second period. Gives a goal and Carey Price. Oh, we're playing Subban again? Why do we keep playing Malcolm Subban against the best team in the NHL? I don't know why. That doesn't seem like the wisest thing to do. Will we pick up a point? Oh my goodness. Malcolm Subban is like the Habs killer, I guess. He gets points against the Habs. Montreal picks up the extra one in overtime, but Ryan Poehling again. 2-goal game for Ryan Poehling and Jeff Skinner. I can't complain, though. I mean, we stole a point from the league's best team, or one of them. I think they might still be. No, they are the league's best team. So now we play Carolina, who's been not great. Would have made like perfect sense to have what's his name play here. Have Malcolm Subban play this game instead of the one against the best team in the NHL. Well, maybe not. Awesome. So Olofsson gets power play goal. Aho, Stahl, Niederreiter. What's the third period like? It's a bunch of power plays, apparently, that we don't score on. I can't even watch it. Olofsson scores again, but Aho gets him back up by 2. All right, we are going to... Man, that's a bummer about Lusterinen and Asplund. Let's look at the Islanders organization. I'm bummed about that. I'm not going to lie. That's a piss ripper right there. I guess that they need him. Asplund, he's playing in their AHL team. Huh. He's their 4th best center. And then left winger. Yeah, that one's the bummer. He's 23. I should have kept him in the league. Damn, damn, damn. They needed that, though. Maybe we can pick them back up. Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. That sucks that we lost them to the Islanders. And they had just enough contract space to get it done, too. That's just... Whatever. Alright, so we are going to break tradition, and we're not going to sim every game. We're going to go all the way through the month of January. Straight to... We'll go straight to Columbus, because let's see Faust and Bukestad's first game back against their old teams. Or against their old team. They played for the same team. 4-1 win over Calgary, 4-1 loss to Toronto, 5-1 loss to Tampa. That's not good. Tampa's worse than us. I'm not going to give up a first and a second for Michael Furlan. What are you people talking about? They fired their head coach. Awesome. Maybe they should send down E2. It's been 2 7-3 wins back to back. A first, Tyler Toffoli, Luongo, who's a prospect, Tendek, who's a prospect goalie, for Boone Jenner and David Savard. You guys gave up a first and Tyler Toffoli for Boone Jenner and David Savard? Wow. 5-2 win over San Jose. First and Suter for Blake Coleman, Niederreiter, and Miller. Now that's a big, like, man, Florida's gearing up. They're shoring up their depth just like we did. But we made the first move, so 2 5-2 wins in a row now. No, thank you. That trade still doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that trade. So the Panthers are gearing up. They're 5 points ahead of us. Tampa, that one against Tampa, that loss stings. Have either of Foster them been playing well? Oh my God, did Eichel score 10 points in that time? He had 67 points last time we saw him, didn't he? I'm pretty sure. He's got 22 power play points. Eichel and Olofsson, 30 goal men. Bailey has 16. Jeff Skinner might score some. Where's Bukestad? How has he done since coming over? He's got 7 points in 10 games since he came over. That's pretty good. And then Faust. He has... Oh, that was with us. Oh, he didn't play he was playing in the AHL all year. He's got 7 points in 10 games as well. That's pretty good. Man, oh man. I know Roots Alliance been playing better, but E2's a better prospect. That's a bummer. And I know, hold up, I never checked my my penalty kill since I made the trade, or made the adjustments. Let me check the team stats. What's our PK at? 79, so we're better. Our power play has calmed down to 24. Still the best in the division. Still the worst PK in the division, but it's an improvement. So, been playing really well on the road. That's pretty good. All right. Here we go against Columbus. Let's see if Jesper Faust makes him pay, because he's put up 7 points in 10 games since coming over. Let's see if he can be like, you know what? You guys didn't play me at all. And here you go. Here I'm going to put up a hat trick on you. Jeff Skinner scored. Scott Harrington scores the first. Victor Olofsson. Okay, all right, children. Oh, not exactly what I meant, guys. Josh Bailey brings us back within one it was not a shorthanded goal. Alex Chiasson scores power play goal. Josh Bailey again brings us back within one. 11 minutes left. Come on, we can do this. Skinner, Olofsson, Bailey, and Bailey. Power play. Oh, come on, we needed that. Penalty kill. Yeah, couldn't do it. Let's excuse me, like choked. Let's see if either of them got a point. Nope, neither of them did. Neither Bukestad nor Faust got a point. Disappointing. Well, let's just, I guess, let's sim up to this Philly game. Or we'll sim up to the... Yeah, we'll go to the Philly game. And we'll see what's going on. Man, that sucks about E2. Especially because next year we would have really wanted to use him. I shouldn't have sent him down. Huh. Michael Furlan for first. That's not terrible, I guess. Second for Oliver Bjorkstrand. Is Bjorkstrand any good? I just, whispered. I don't know why. Is Bjorkstrand any good? He's an 82 overall, 26 years old. Sniper. He does not fit in any of our coaches' schemes. Yeah, no thanks. Oh, we got another shutout, actually. That's cool. That's cool. I wonder if that was Subban or Markstrom that got that shutout. So, where do we sit? How secure is our playoff position? We are... Wow. We're pretty much locked in. I mean, we would be... I mean, we're 5 points back of the Panthers, and we're only 2 points. I mean, there's 2 points separate third, fourth, and fifth in the division. But the team after that is 52 points. And then the team in the other one is, what is that? 12? 12 points back. So it seems like the playoffs are locked in. It's just about order. So do we want to play Florida, or do we want to maybe get out of the division and go to the Rangers? Or go play the Rangers. Man, I'm so bummed about E2. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's look around before we go do anything. Let's see who's available. We don't need defensemen. Well, we might want a third pairing guy. Maybe a third pairing lefty. Nah, I can't really make any more trades. I'm kind of hamstrung against the cap. I mean, I've got $1 million, but... Dougie Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton might not be bad. How's Anders Nilsson? Remember he was a Sabre a few years ago? That's not the right... There we go. How many years does he... He has 2 years left. I might trade for Anders Nilsson. I'm going to trade... I'm going to see if I can give up a pick, like a late round pick. I'm going to give up a 6th round draft pick for Anders Nilsson. Trade accepted. So now we have another goalie in the organization that's signed until next year in case there's nobody that we can get a deal on next year. See, that's the kind of moves we got to make out here. We have basically no draft picks this year. That kind of sucks. We might trade Tucker Tynan for a pick. He's been not great. Although he is good enough to be our AHL goalie. He's as good as Jonas Johansson. We might do that. I think we might. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. We'll have him be the backup next year in the AHL. So with that, we're gonna do this last game before the trade deadline, and we're gonna go through the trade deadline, and we're gonna see the shape, see how everything's going. So, big Reinhardt 2 goals in the first period. Nick Bjugstad with a goal. JVR and Jake Voracek though bring him back to within 1 goal. Dominic Cahoon, though, on Carter Hart. Oh, but Pat Maroon. Come on, don't do this to me, Marky. Don't do this to me, Marky. Come on. Come on. Don't give up another one. Score another goal, boys. Yes, R2-D2. I think that's 8 or 9 or 10 on the year. He's closing it on 10. Chris Tanev, that's okay. We can be within 1 as long as we're not tied. That was a good game. Dominic Cahoon picked up 2 points. He's been playing well. I wonder... So Eichel, Yukaharu Cahoon, and then Fost Cahoon on that Cahoon goal. That's pretty good. Yeah, 9 goals for Ruotsalainen. He's been playing really, really well. Jimmy Vesey putting up points against us again. Jimmy Vesey loves playing against us, I guess, after we traded him out of town. Okay, so we're going through the trade deadline. We're going to see if there's any trades that happen. Anything that it stops and tells us about? Nope. Is there a way to check, league news? Yeah, there is. It's, in here. I want to see if there's any trades. Player and pick trading. So we got Anders Nilsson for a 6th rounder. The Rangers got Michael Furlan from Vancouver for a 1st and Caleb Bulich. They got a fifth. They got 2 fifths from, or Columbus got 2 fifths for Jonas Corpusalo and a 7th. That's, wow, that's all it took? I should have given up that. I guess you have to re-sign him. Detroit got a 3rd, a 4th, and Anton Forsberg for a 3rd and a 4th. Okay. Carolina got a 3rd, Colin Wilson, and another 3rd for Pat Maroon. That's not bad. That's not bad. Philly picking up some like weight. I guess they traded like a 4th liner for like a 3rd liner who can score. Similar style player, but one has a little more finish. First and Bryce Suter for Blake Coleman, Nino Ryder, and Colin Miller. That's a good trade for Florida. I like that one. Ah, man, I'm bummed about that. That one. Toronto got Boone Jenner and David Savard and 2 others from Columbus for a 1st and Tyler Toffoli and 2 others. That's a weird trade. I don't like that one. You basically traded like a 3rd liner who scores for a 3rd liner who doesn't. I don't know. But whatever. So now that we are past the trade deadline, I'm going to call it for this one. So if you made it all the way through, I really appreciate it. If you liked it, leave a like. If you really liked it, maybe subscribe. I have been Kaka. You have a great day and take care.